Hey, what's going on, man? This Jock and Brent. We work at Jock White Collision Repair. We got a 2013 Scion that's got a little popping going on in the left front suspension, and people oftentimes bring vehicles to us to kind of diagnose sounds and maybe suspension noises, and we're usually pretty good at finding them, but this one's been pretty tough. So I've seen on YouTube where there's been some other people try to figure out what this sound is. We can't figure it out without kind of getting more in depth, so we thought maybe we would just make a video and maybe it would help some other people out. So here you go. We're gonna start here in just a second trying to get it to make that noise, and when we do, we'll come back and let you know what it is if we can find it. Yeah, so now we're going to try to get this thing to make the noise that we're looking for. Earlier we were able to duplicate it, so let's see if I can do it again so you'll know which noise we're talking about. It's Jock and Brent again. It's day 2 of our Scion popping sound. We're trying to figure it out here. We got busy yesterday, so we were only able to work on it just a little bit here and there, but throughout the day we did all kind of crazy stuff to try to figure out where it was coming from. You know, we tried to, one of us was listening while the other one was turning the wheel. Actually, we even got down as far as somebody riding in the engine bay while the car was backing up, and just couldn't ever figure out where it was coming from. So finally, after a little time, we did figure out, oddly enough, where it was coming from, and let me show you right here. It is the caliper pins, and that is right there inside here. So if you take these two, this nut or bolt and this bolt off, take that off, and then pull these out. You can peel this boot back right here and pull that pin out. After a little time, and this car's got 40,000 miles on it, after a little time when we pulled that out, you can tell that from the factory it did have grease on it, but it was real thin, so we just packed it back full with some grease. Now they do make a certain kind of grease for this. It's like some silicone caliper grease that you can use, but we just used this right here. This was something we had just sitting around here, so it's waterproof, and we just weren't sure that this was even going to work, so we used that. And I also just took some disc brake quiet. And just because while we were there, I wasn't sure that if it was the caliper only or just the caliper pins, but it sounded kind of like that it was the brake pads too. So we just went ahead and put some brake pad quietener on there, and it actually seemed to help that too. So
now, before you apply any grease, you want to clean it with a brake cleaner. Yeah. You don't want to put grease or any kind of product on dirty parts.
That's right. That's right. So we did that, and sure enough, put the wheel back on. And today, this morning, everything is good. And for some reason, it seemed to do it worse when it was cold. And I guess because the pads and the calipers were kind of not hot, so they were shrunk a little bit. So there was just more movement there. But like I say, those pins do get worn over time. So this is probably going to take care of it for a while, but not permanently. I think probably after a while, when that grease gets thin, you know, he's probably going to need pins in it. But right now it sounds really good, and that seems to be where the sound is coming from. We're not mechanics, so you know, we're body men and collision repair men, so we just try to do the best we can. So I know there's some mechanics out there that probably going to say, hey, you know, that was the pins right off the bat, but we just tried to figure it out the best we could, and I hope it helps y'all. We appreciate it.